The next component we're going to add to the page is the OU image component. Once we've opened up the component, it's going to bring up a dialog where you can drag an image into the page. And this is, again, what we're going to use the local digital asset search bar for. While you can click to upload an image here, you want to make sure you're always using an image from the Digital Asset Library or the DAM, instead of loading it straight from your computer. I'll take you through later how to upload images and documents, but the reason for using the DAM is that it allows you to use the image somewhere else later on if you want, and it also isn't stored on the page, which will speed up your page load time. To search for an image here, we're just going to search for OU logo, or whatever I've named my digital asset. It's going to take a second to search through all the assets in the asset library, but it's searching for anything with a title with OU logo. You're going to notice that it sort of limits the number of images we're seeing right off the bat. We can actually add a number in if we want to limit the number of pictures we're going to find. And that will help expand our results to 100 or limit them to 100 if we know we're digging through a lot of content. So now we're going to drag an image, and you'll see that it's going to outline in purple and give me a check mark when I've selected the right area. I can use my crop tools if I wanted to crop off some of this photo. And I can also set some information in the advanced picture. Just as a side note, this sidebar here is a great component of how much information you're going to want to add in the Digital Asset Manager so that you can have proper titles, alt tags, and descriptions to help you find it later. If we didn't set the alt text in the Digital Asset Manager, I could use our advanced field to actually set that here. Alt text is key for digital accessibility and searchability. If it isn't added, you're going to get an error message on your page saying alt text needs to be added. So you can do that here. Alt text is basically just a description of who or what your image is. And this is for someone who is blind, so their screen reader would read your alt text in place of being able to see the photo. Your alt text also needs to include text if your image has text in it. I'm going to say these are OU banners on the Norman campus. I can also size my image for the page here. So I could say that I only want this image 200 pixels wide. You only need to fill out either the width or the height, and the CMS will automatically keep the proper ratio for you so your image does not get stretched. If you fill in the description field here, this will actually be used like a photo caption. I'm also going to choose to center my image so I can change my alignment, and I could use the link URL field if I wanted to link my image up to a page. I'm going to hit OK, and now you'll see that my photo is going to be 200 pixels wide and centered on my page. The next component we're going to talk about is the OU text image component. Let's say, for example, you actually wanted to line up a photo with your text so that your image is aligned, say, on the left or the right, and your text goes around it. When I open this up, this is going to look very similar to the OU text component and image component. It's just going to be all lined up together. I'm going to put in a proper header. I'm going to copy some text over. Then I'm going to select my image and grab an image over here from the Digital Asset Manager. I can crop it if I want. And then under Advanced Image Properties, I can choose my alignment and my size. So again, I'm going to say 200 pixels wide, but in this case, I'm going to right align my photo. Now if I hit OK, you're going to see that my image is going to align on the right with my text on the left. And my header is always going to be styled above the top of my image and text. Now let's say we want to move some of this content around on the page. Perhaps we want to move the OU image component to the top of the page. Once I click on it, you'll see that the outline turns a darker green, and I can grab the edge and drag it around. You'll notice depending on where I try to drag it, I get a little X circle showing that I can't drag to that portion of the page. But once I get a green check mark, I can unclick and it's going to move my components around. You can also copy and paste components from page to page by right-clicking and choosing Copy, and you'll notice that they show up on my clipboard here on the left. If I select Shift and hold down multiple components and hit Copy, it will copy all of my components. You must stay in the same tab, much like you have to leave Word open to keep your clipboard, in order to copy and paste between pages. If I were to go down to the workshop page and navigate there, I could then right-click on my page and hit Paste, and it's going to add that content onto the page. In this case, I definitely want to delete it though, because we're just using this for training.